Yeah, the juvenile justice system there in Saginaw has African Americans overrepresented in that population because of mental illness, because a lot of young people are struggling, have never been treated appropriately, and they're ending up doing things that cause them to be in juvenile. And so we have to do a better job of meeting the needs of our community. And I think Open Table has a wonderful idea to help with some of the basic needs. And I think we are doing cultural competency training to help people to provide those services that are needed in a more appropriate way. So together, I think we are a mighty army. Here are a couple of the things that we're doing in addition to the cultural competency work. I'm doing a lot of work around spirituality, trying to educate faith communities about the necessity for them to be at the table when we're talking about mental health, so that when parishioners need to have some mental health services, that they are going to be okay to do that. Sometimes you pastors are wonderful at encouraging people in the spirit realm to do what they need to do to become whole and healed. And I believe in that wholeheartedly. But sometimes people need people, and God uses people to help broken people. And so they need to have the help of a trained professional. So we need to make sure, even from the pulpit, we aren't saying things like, well, if you just had God in your life, or if you didn't have sin in your life, or if your faith was stronger, you would be better. And so I'm trying to work with faith communities to help them to begin to change the language so that people would feel more comfortable in seeking those services. On the other hand, then I'm working with the mental health side so that they can learn how to be more inclusive of those whose spirituality is very important to them. We do know, the research is clear, that there is a huge positive impact when people have spirituality and religion in their lives, that it helps to buffer them against the things that are going on in the world. It helps to allow them to cope better when they do have problems. So we know that there is this relationship. And in fact, I've been working diligently to try to address that in my latest book entitled Safe, Spirituality and Faith Empowers. And it is a handbook to try to help both faith leaders and mental health professionals, and even care professionals, period, to understand the cultural world of many people who acknowledge that spirituality and faith is important to them. And if we're going to work together on these initiatives, I think we have to understand that every piece is important to this puzzle. People who are down and out, who don't have housing, don't have jobs, they are not going to be doing well. So you're doing a great service by providing those things for them. But sometimes they have been suffering so long until they are dealing with some of the effects of living in impoverished communities, not having adequate housing, not having jobs, not having their basic needs met. So I see our work as a collaborative on how we can work together for the community to help the community to become whole. We know that people are suffering in silence in faith communities, not just because of what may be said in the pulpit, but sometimes because of the history of oppression in the United States. For example, African Americans have a long history of oppression. Native Americans, our Hispanic Latino population, Asians in this country have been oppressed in so many ways until when it's time to get help for mental health challenges, they are afraid to do it because they think they may become another statistic. And so we've got to do a lot to create healthy and inviting places for people to get the help they need, and to know that people who are serving them understand their cultural worldview, understand the role of spirituality, understand the history of oppression, and then they can help them through that journey that they must go through in order to become whole and healed. I'm excited about you all being there talking about these things. I'm again sorry I'm not there, but please know I'm always available. My handbook is available. I'm available. You can call me and email me, and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have about the work we're doing. because we are so important to one another. This is a great time in our history to be able to sit at an open table to discuss what needs to happen to make communities whole again. So I thank you for listening to me. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email address is dr_gloria_morrow@msn.com. My phone number is 909-261-5232. And you can feel free to call me at any time to discuss any of the things that I have shared. So you all have a wonderful rest of your conference, and I look forward to meeting you all soon. God bless you.